All right, y'all. We're back at it. July 13th, 8:29 a.m. Quick, just a little disclaimer. I have a important phone call at 9 a.m. So if it gets quiet and I'm not talking, but y'all just hear the background music, I kind of see me moving around. That's because I'm on the phone, as I'm also trying to scan the market for trades. Don't advise people to do this, but yeah, just in case. When I make that phone call, it'll be real quiet for probably about 30 minutes, maybe. But I'll jump back on before the end of the session for sure. All right. Market, we got about 15 seconds. Market is going to start. A lot of consolidation was the common theme I see amongst SPY, QQQ, XLK, XLY. We'll just start with the morning analysis. Past few days, I look about 3 days beforehand. Market had a push up, and it's just sideways from here, just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So that's a lot of sideways action for me. That's on QQQ. I'm expecting probably more of the same amongst the market. We'll kind of watch and monitor it. I'm actually expecting kind of like a push up. I see that we are at a bunch of support amongst the broader market. So you can probably expect a little bit of a push up, but then I honestly see it kind of reaching up to like a lower high type situation. SPY's in a bit of an uptrend, to be honest, but it looks like it could, for me, this could be the start of the consolidation. So it had a run up for the past few days, but this is a strong uptrend, kind of looking like a pullback. But I wouldn't be surprised if it kind of ran up, filled the gap, and just kind of channeled and pushed back down, kind of channeled. We'll try to establish a bias, but I'm honestly just not expecting much movement amongst the individual stocks. If this is going to be the end result of what we're getting. XLK, same thing. Little run up here, just kind of taking a breather. So it's kind of channeling right now. Sideways markets, you really just need to stay out of the way. Can't expect too much. But we'll watch and maintain and see. We'll try to form a thesis based off the biases here. Getting a little push up to start the morning. I'm expecting that. But I'm also expecting it to kind of channel and continue to kind of go sideways for today. So we'll watch and see if this gap tries to fill amongst the broader market. But for right now, QQQ gets the screen. I'll kind of keep tabs on it, but ultimately sideways and maybe some continuation to the downside, being that we had a massive war breakdown in the ceasefire. I mean, it's just news, but yeah. Iran and the U.S. just aren't kind of coming to terms here as far as the ceasefire is concerned. So yeah, we'll just keep tabs on everything. Let's see where the market wants to take us. We're right at that 50 line on screen 1 for SPY and XLK. So that kind of leads me to believe we may be a little bit more bearish right up in this area here. So some bearish continuation could be the move today, which is fine. We'll see how the market feels. We'll give it some time, kind of let the volatility kind of pass us by. Had a great week last week. 3 wins, 1 possible. We had to kind of leave out early, so I couldn't trade on Thursday, but that would have been a fourth win. And Wednesday was just no movement at all. So we didn't place a trade. We knew not to place a trade. That was even better. So I was proud of those moments. Not just because of the wins, but also because we stuck to the plan and didn't place a trade on Wednesday. And we also stuck to the plan and didn't place a trade on Thursday, even though we ran out of time. And it would have worked out. But I had to leave early, so I wanted that fourth win, but we're good. It lets me know that the plan is improving, the discipline is improving. We're right where we need to be at. So, as for this week, let's have another great week. We're at a support area for all of these, for QQQ, SPY, and XLK. Just kind of one of those moments where it's just sideways. 7:15, 13. 7:15, 13. That's where support is for, and that's even worse. That's crazy how that came about. You see how that kind of forms into its own little consolidation inside this box here. What you could expect is you could expect a breakthrough here, and possibly another one of those moments where it breaks through the support and kind of pushes itself back up. That's what I usually expect when it's in consolidation. This consolidation is early. It's only 2 days old, really. So it could decide to bounce a little bit more. Who knows? We'll see how it reacts once it kind of falls through there. We'll see. We'll see if the market wants to keep pushing. I see SPY and XLK look a little bit more like it wants to continue to kind of fall down. But we'll see. We'll give it time. I would say just based off what I'm viewing from SPY and XLK, probably a little more safer to lean bearish for some continuation. We'll see. So it's probably a little bit safer to lean bearish. And QQQ has a lot more room to fall. What are we, 7 minutes in? Let's see. We'll try to look. It's a little early, but we'll look around and see what's solid for a bearish setup if we have any. It's still early, but it's kind of poking our head in a little bit. Commercial services, PayPal. PayPal doesn't. XLI, industrial sector, industrials and communication services. Okay, XLI. Yeah. You see a strong downtrend there. You can also see consolidation the past few days too. PayPal's in a strong uptrend. Very much so oversold, but that is crazy. Kind of like a channel. Oh, you can. No, that channel is for real. That upward trend is for real. We may want to stay away from PayPal. Still too early to kind of determine, but yeah, PayPal is the only thing that's kind of. Yeah, I was bearish. Palantir always in the mix. Palantir kind of giving us a little bit of something here. No real oversold territory for Palantir.
Grainger offers over 1 million high-quality products, from motors and belts to switches and sensors, helping maintenance engineers keep production lines moving. Call, click, or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Keep an eye on Palantir. Still early. We got about 5 minutes. We're still kind of PLTR. Q breaking through that support there. Palantir a little bit of sideways too. Small run up. Very much so very much so in consolidation mode, sideways as well. Just keep an eye on the broader market. Yeah, I think everybody's kind of leaning to the downside here, so bearish is the best way to go. Okay. Not really getting volatility to the upside. Everybody's kind of crashing down. Amazon. Check on Amazon. Amazon's overreacting. It's pushing to this at a 3.6 to the upside. That is insane. We may have to keep an eye on Amazon. That is a serious overreaction. AMZN. It's in the retail space though. I gotta watch that sector. It's kind of bouncing to the upside here. It's definitely at a 4-hour resistance. I can see over the course of the past 3 trading sessions, I can see bearish divergence on stream 1. Okay, Amazon, you are on the clock. It's right at the 50 line. Let's check the sector. Let's check the little brother. Where is Amazon? It is in retail trade. I think I looked that up. Let me look that up. Retail trade. XRT. For some reason, I don't think I kept that up there like I should have. XRT. Okay. Yeah, Amazon's having a serious overreaction right now. XRT. That uptrend is serious. Past few days. Yikes. That is not the greatest. It is at a 4-hour resistance, but yeah, past few days it's channeling right now. It's at daily and weekly resistance. It is definitely at a level where it is maxed out. Gosh darn. It's at 49. 25. $75 and $50. Okay. Let's save that. Gosh darn. XRT. All right, we're about a minute out. Amazon gets the main screen. Everybody's pretty much forming a bearish bias. A little concerned because Amazon is in an uptrend. Looks like it's overreacting a bit. We'll see. Keep an eye on it. See if we get any other players that come in the mix. Yeah, it's part of the NASDAQ. All right. They'll be catching support. That's another thing too to worry about. XRT is in an uptrend. QQQ is sideways, but at support. So look how strong that move is. That is crazy. But definitely can sense an overreaction type move here. Yeah, it's decreasing. I think it's overreacting. What am I on the hourly? That's not the screen I want. That's an old. It's at the 50. On the screen one, XRT is. Amazon is under the 50 as well. I can sense a bearish divergence. Yeah, this is a little false pretense here. We'll keep an eye on it for sure. Amazon's a little sideways right now, so it could be reaching at a resistance level. That's an old resistance level, but it's definitely retesting it right now. Everything's red. QR code is red. We'll see how the rest of the market kind of feels about it. Volatility is above a 3.6 or 3.7. Zoom in a little bit here. Could just be hitting the top. I'll keep an eye on Amazon because it was pushing up. The divergence on screen 3 and the volatility was going down as well. I think it's early. It's too early to tell right now, so we got to be careful for sure. We'll keep an eye on this QQQ being at a support level. That's what we're gonna keep an eye on. No, we're not quite there yet. I think we're gonna hit us like a support level of some sort. Let's see. I'll try to stay locked in and do that. Yeah, we just need a second pivot. I don't know if we have it yet. I think Amazon still got a little work to do, but we've got to definitely monitor how this moves because it's too early to tell and it's volatile. Screen 3 is looking decent. QR code is red. What time is it? And that thing is pushing hard. So hard that it's like severely just about to catch like a support line here. Yeah. You can sense a little steam being caught, but don't quite see that second pivot yet. It's a little overreaction early. What time is it? 8:48. I think it's moving hard. I think we take it. I think it's gonna hit a support line, honestly. I think it's moving fast. Where are we at? 246. Yeah, I think we take it, no question. 246. Where are we at right now? $6. At 5, 2, 4, 6. We take 6. Yeah, I say we take it. Cut it off. Cut it off. Cut it off. Too early. Don't have a second pivot. I think it let us in. Gosh, darn it. I think it let us in. It'll let us in. It'll definitely let us in. Create duplicate order. Limit. What was the... What was it? 515. It was 505. What was the thing here? Change. 505. 556. Okay. The order. All right, y'all. I'm definitely in early, but I'm messing all my orders up on camera, so we're good. I'm just looking. This is real, so we're just gonna let it ride. I'm trying to get the trailing stop back on. Create a duplicate order. Trailing stop. I don't think it's gonna let me. No, it's rejected. Let's see if we can get like a stop loss at 10% just in case. Or let's do it this way. No, it's gotta be. Trailing stop. Let's do a stop limit. It's a 10% decrease. 505. 10%. Sorry, this is taking so long. 454. Y'all see me scrambling in real life. All right, they got rejected. Jesus. Where is it? Create a duplicate order. Trying to get a stop going here. Stop. At the mark. Yeah. Huh. That's crazy. I can't get a stop on in real time. I got the limit on. I got the profit target on. Definitely scrambling to get the stop on. I'm definitely scrambling right now. QR code is flipping right now. It's not great. There's an increasing on a 5-minute. That's good. We got to get a stop loss on. Stuff like this is what'll crash an account. So I don't know how to put a. Man, that is crazy. Stop limit. I can't put a stop limit on there. It's rejecting it all. Huh. I am so upset about this. Let's get out of it while we can. That is a smart thing to do. Let's just sell it. Let's just do that. Create a closing order. Let's cancel that out. I'd rather be more patient. 505, and maybe we can still get out of break even on a live here. Because we definitely didn't follow the rules, and that's on me. We don't have to crash today. For let's try 590 or 490. Is it 490? 490. Take a small loss on today. All right, we're out. So we're just trying to clean up a mistake for right now because we're not good. We're not in a good space. We didn't execute correctly on that trade. So you saw me made a mistake and get out pretty quickly. So I took a small loss, $90. It's not the end of the world, but yeah, let's lock back in and try to refresh the mind and start over here because that was huge. It was a huge mistake, but we caught it in real time. So QQQ is still kind of plummeting down here at support. That mistake, I'll kind of talk about it in real time. We didn't wait for the second pivot on the divergence. So that's usually something that doesn't catch me slipping, but I definitely shouldn't have entered that trade too early. So let's just kind of rebrand and refocus right now. Where are we from an overall standpoint on the market? Sideways still, QQQ, SPY, and then QQQ is still kind of plummeting. XLK is plummeting, so bearish if we can find anything. Let's see. Let's go back to the broader market. Consumer services is moving a lot. Is it regular? HPQ. Good job recognizing early that we were struggling. That rarely happens, but it does happen. It's part of being human. No volatility on HPQ, but I can definitely see a little bit of movement. A little bit. I can definitely see divergence, but no volatility, no overreaction. Kind of see a pivot. Kind of see a lower high forming on HPQ. HPQ is the only thing that's moving. It's definitely like a sideways type motion right now. No volatility though. That's what get you caught. Could be catching some support. Small loss. We'll shake it off. Nothing we can do about it. WBD. QQQ has kind of regressed a little bit. And support is kind of catching up late. Same thing with XLK. It's kind of breaking through that support. Could have some continuation, maybe. It's almost 9 o'clock, so I gotta leave y'all to it, but I'll keep watching for things. All right, y'all, I'm back. I may get a phone call back. They never really answered it, so it's a little bogus, but all right. For some reason, we're back on Amazon. Get this out the way. We're playing behind the 8 ball, so today may be a day where we just kind of walk away and don't see much of anything. Amazon is kind of bouncing up, so I think we should stay away from it. We're having some downfalls on the rest of the crew, so we're going to continue to be bearish, but Amazon seems to be in its bag. I know it's early in the volatility. Keep an eye on it. Back at that. Let's see here. It may just be an early push-up. Just a bit too early, huh? We'll wait and see. I can see that. I still can see that second divergence, that pivot wanting to come. So I think we just were a bit too zealous and way too early on this trade. But I can see Amazon kind of giving us a second wind. SPY plummeting, Q plummeting. XRT is still right at the 50, so it's got to push down if we are going to watch Amazon. So we're going to keep an eye on it. I don't see much of anything else to the downside. May just have been a little too zealous when it comes to Amazon too early. Let's see. Now we're getting that push back down. Got a second pivot. All right, I think we got a little bit of more room to work with Amazon. Where are we at right now? 246.89. Yeah, I think we rock with it. We do 6. All right, we're back in. This is the trade we probably needed to take earlier. Let's focus on the exit here. 510. It's a decrease, increase. 561. Okay, all right. Still a bit early on the second pivot. Keep an eye on it. We got everything set in place. It's got to break through support still. But it could just be choppy. It could come back down and kind of bounce again. So we're going to keep an eye on it for sure. A little trigger happy early. We're gonna keep an eye on it. QQQ pushing down below that support. XRT at the 50 line coming down to that VWAP. Let's see if it pushes through there. That's gonna be interesting to see. Amazon is, from a volatility standpoint, is pushing down to a support line on screen 2. It's got a little room to push down, but we'll see. I think it's because of this moving average here, and everybody kind of wants maybe to kind of bounce in. QR code is red. We got a downtrend on the LSMA on the 30-second, and we're above on the 5-minute. We're above the LSMA on the relative volume. So we are definitely getting a bullish spike right now, which we just leave it alone at this point. We've already taken one L, possibly another one coming. Amazon has still got a little bit of a push down. That VWAP is serious. People may be treating it like a pullback. Same thing for QQQ and XRT. So we're fighting a lot of bullish momentum right now. LSMA on the 30-second is looking okay. Keep an eye on that. QR code is flipping halfway green, halfway red. Yeah, it's gonna take some room. Most likely some time if it's gonna push down. XRT is at daily and weekly resistance, that sector. We're right at that 50 line. A lot of bulls want to continuously see this go up. XRT, if I could be honest, it is in a channel. I can see the past few days has been an uptrend, so we may have some trouble with this. Possibly. It may be a little hard. So we'll have to evaluate going forward how we want to treat the trends on the broader market. QQQ sideways. We may have some trouble with this. Not everything is aligned. So taking this trade now it's a bit rough. We have a rough go pushing down to the downside here. We'll leave it alone. We'll see about being better disciplined going forward with the broader market. Today wasn't the greatest of days. We'll see if we can what happens going forward. Let's try to keep an eye on P&L percentage. We're currently down 5%. Bears kind of losing a little bit of steam here at the bottom on the 5-minute. Still above relative volume. Probably got one more push down until it meets that moving average, but from an overall standpoint, yeah. Amazon catching Amazon is at 4-hour resistance, but it caught some huge support. So we've got to see. It's got some work to do. It just might be choppy today. QQQ is catching some support, kind of bouncing up here. XRT right above that 50, right at that VWAP. It's a make or break moment for sure on this trade. It's gonna be a rough go today. We're gonna stay out of the way of this trade, though. It's not a good day. Not a good day for the trade. I think, regardless of how it plays out, there are some things that could have been done better today. A little bit more patience, a little bit more pivot on the setup screen too for Amazon. Didn't quite wait on it long enough. Right now we're in a midst of a pullback. QQQ is just a little bit below the VWAP. So that could be a big help on this trade. XRT right at the VWAP and yeah, it's gonna be one of those staggering type days. We got about 30 minutes. Anything else of quality? I don't think so. We're gonna stay on the bearish side here. We're gonna stay in this trade that we're in. AMAT popped up. Let me see, screen one on AMAT. AMAT is in a bit of a downtrend. From an overall perspective on screen one, I don't know if we'll have like a setup for sure on it, but we're definitely not. I'm not the type to kind of dig into a second. Oh man, what about that? Gap down. Yeah, it's choppy as well. It's moving back and forth as well. We're gonna have to work on that. Bulls had a little bit of a push up, but it's underneath the 5-minute relative volume LSMA. Getting a huge surge of selling coming in slowly on Amazon. Amazon's getting a strong push to the downside. QQQ is still catching some support here. XRT is getting a solid push down. QQQ, we really could use some help from the broader market to kind of help push this to the downside. We've got some work to do. We're still down 7%, which is interesting. Getting a crash right now. Thank God they're starting to enter in on this trade. Bears are starting to enter in. Now would be a good entry. Let's focus on Amazon. We were early twice. We're getting that crash we need though. It's starting to crash for sure. We're up 3%. QQQ is crashing. All right, we're in, man. We're good, man. We got away with one today. I'm not gonna lie to you. We got away with one today. Let's just put me in another trade. Oh God. Let's create a closing order. This is like a glitch mistake. We're gonna close this out though. Jesus Christ. We're gonna have to figure this out. Alright, we're officially out and done. Yeah, so everything's closed out right now. We've been glitching and messing up today. A lot of it early. So we'll focus on these two contracts here. 510 and 570. I guess we'll focus on everything but the last one, maybe. These last two. Yeah, we'll focus on everything but the last two because these counted. All these counted. So I'll count it up. It says we made 240, but I'll count up. You know, you got to count up the mistakes you made. So let's count it up because we got to, you know, make sure we're not in these glitch trades from the system being, you know, a simulation. But we did a good job. We were able to kind of take advantage and get in. We were just a bit too early. That's all. Oh, that's why that looks like that. Oh my God, I was on the wrong chart. That's insane. I was on the 1-minute chart. I was wondering why I was moving so much. On my trading view, I was on the 1-minute chart. That's why I was so early. That's crazy to think about. I gotta start checking that. That just cost me a trade early. That may be the reason why I jumped in too early. That makes sense. So my trading view indicators was on 1 minute chart, and that's what caused me to kind of jump in early. So, whew. All right, a little bit of discipline, and also a little bit of not patience, but then we end up kind of getting what we need. So it worked out. I'm glad it worked out. We'll try to make sure the charts are all set where they need to be at next time, because I was on a 1 minute chart, and that's why I was entering so early. I will catch y'all tomorrow. Wild video for today, but overall a good day. I was supposed to count up what we made and what we lost, so let's do that before I get off on y'all. Let's see. Let's count it up. We started off like a negative 90. 405 minus 490. That was 15 cent times 600 on the contracts. Negative $90. So you got negative 90 to start on that first trade. All right. Second trade, 510, 570. All right, 0.60 times 600. That's $360. So 360 minus 90 is the 240. Yeah, it's a 240. Yes, I think it is. Is my math terrible? My math is terrible. No, it's 270. It's 270. My math is terrible. So 270 is what we would have made today. $270. Was I mistaken by? I think I was right. We were increasing the size today. Congratulations to me. Yeah, I used about three grand. About 3 grand is what I used. So 240 is what we made today. Solid. It's a solid day. That's a solid day, and we're gonna come back and try to do it again tomorrow. But yeah, I realized the mistake I made, and it was jumping in on the 1 minute chart, and I will fix that going forward. Don't really think I can correct or remove the 1 minute chart off my screen, because I kind of need it at times. Not really. I really don't need it at times. I think I just kind of use it to kind of flash a little bit, like I'm kind of diving into some things, but I'll correct that mistake going forward. Put that on the 30-second. Yeah, I use about 4 different charts, so a little analysis paralysis, but we got it corrected. So I will see y'all tomorrow. 270 is what we would have made. As of right now, the screen says we made 240. It's because I had to get out of the last trade, but it is what it is. 270, 240. I'll take the win. We're good from there. I will see y'all tomorrow. Good trading day for sure. All right, y'all be easy.